Hi, my name is Brittany and welcome to my channel. That sounds very odd to say. But I have had a calling for the longest time to jump on YouTube and start delivering messages around my spiritual journey and just my experience with the divine and all of the weirdness and just I'm gonna cut that bit out. But you know the word I'm trying to say. Just all the weirdness that comes with it. I'd like to firstly thank Victor Odo. I will tag him if that is possible. I don't know how to use YouTube, so please bear with me. This is I have a real fear of being seen, which is why this is so odd for me. I'm quite a shy, timid person, and I'm a big believer in Hermetic, Kabbalistic, Vedic, also a big fan of, what's his name? His name is superseding me right now. Carl Jung. And I know that one of my spiritual tikkuns, as the Kabbalists would say, so a tikkun is a soul correction and something that your soul needs to correct in this lifetime. And I know that one of mine is that fear of being seen. So here I am. Hi. Please go easy on me. I think I'm gonna start this video off with a freaking bang, because there has been something on my energy radar for a while, and it is, and I know I'm gonna get some haters in the comments if this even reaches anyone, because this is my first video, but twin flames and these tarot readers that you find online. And I'd like to say as well that I am not judging anyone. I believe that we all have our own spiritual truth, and it is up to you. It is up to, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, don't listen to the next person. I think that true spiritualists, we're gonna find information at points in our journey that resonate with us most. But one thing I wanna bring to the attention of whoever is viewing this, and I'm hoping that it finds the person that needs it most, is that I think a lot of these tarot readers mean well, right? But what ends up happening is that, and I know from experience, and I know from my girlfriend's experiences, that it kind of keeps you in this cycle of like, you label something and then you're sticking with it and you're just like not letting it go. And what it does is it's stealing your sovereignty. And you know, I've seen some tarot readers say, oh, well, you know, you have to be on the twin flame journey for 2 years. I mean, and I think a lot of people believe that. Like, no, you don't. You don't have to be on any journey for 2 years. Who in the world wants 2 years stolen from them? Like, I don't know, it gets on my nerves. Ladies and gents, it gets on my nerves. What I would like to say, and I think what I'm trying to convey in this message, is that there is no one outside of yourself that will be able to fill up your own cup, to fill up your cup. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And watching these readings are exactly what is taking away your sovereignty and taking away your light. I believe that you will have been awakened for some reason. I believe all of us are, you know, all of us light workers, as they call us. But being on these tarot loops, no. Just no, I don't believe it. I don't think so. I think that may be a big lesson of discernment, and I think that's the whole lesson. So maybe take it with a grain of salt if you want to like continue on with the soulmate twin flame, whatever that is, journey. Please do so, because we all have our own spiritual truths, and I hate spiritual narcissism. That is just like the worst thing ever, when someone thinks that their spiritual truth is right over another. But I just want to share my perspective on it. Anyway, moving back to the message. I don't even know where to start. I think I'm going to start with, how wonderful it is to be able to connect with you guys. And I want to share a little story, because it certainly lit my day up. So, and it just goes to show synchronicity, right? And I've been having this urge to jump on YouTube for such a long time. I just kept ignoring it. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be embarrassed. I didn't want someone to see it, and someone that I knew, and I kept putting it off. But then, alas, the synchronicities became stronger. And this particular synchronicity is the reason I'm making this video today. So, the synchronicity, let me take it back. Let me get comfy. Let me get comfy. So, I bought an oracle deck like a little while ago. I think maybe 2-3 months ago, maybe. And it was an oracle deck that was like just all about crystals and different crystals. I don't believe in reading tarot for other people anymore. That's not my thing, so I don't. It's just not something that resonates with me anymore. And I can explain that in more detail later. But I'm someone that jumps around a lot. I jump around. That's okay. You'll get used to me. Where was I? Yes. So the synchronicity. So I got that oracle deck, and it's basically like it talks about different crystals, and there's like a million different crystals in this oracle deck. I can show it to you. But anyway, I do my little, chakra balancing before connecting with who I believe to be my spirit team and my guides. And that'd be my, what's it called? Air fryer. But so the first card that I pulled out was called, the first card I pulled out was a sunstone, and I'd never heard of a sunstone before. I don't think it's a very popular crystal. I think it's not a popular crystal. It's not amethyst. It's not any of those, citrine, whatever. Any of those popular ones. So I didn't really think too much of it. I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Then I go to a certain grocery store, and it's not exactly the closest grocery store, but it's just my favorite one. And it's on Sunstone Boulevard. Then, I kind of started thinking about it a bit more, and I was like, okay, maybe it's, whatever. I think once you've been on the spiritual awakening journey for long enough, you kind of stop seeing synchronicities as such a big deal, which is kind of where I'm at. So I saw that and I was like, okay, whatever. And then this is the one that made me actually look into it. So my dog broke my TV. He smashed into it and it cracked. I don't really watch TV much, so I just thought I'm gonna buy a projector. That way, if someone comes over, we want to watch something, we've got something. But I don't really watch TV. I do watch YouTube a lot, but I do that on my phone. So anyway, besides the point. And the first movie that I put on just to test the projector was Vikings. And pretty much within the first like 5 minutes, what's his name? Ragnar mentions sunstone. And I'm like, okay, well, shit. I need to get a sunstone, don't I? Yup, I do. So the story goes on. So the very next day I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a sunstone tomorrow. My local crystal dealer or shop, she's only about 5-minute drive from me. She was closed, which she's always open, which is weird in itself. And then I was just looking up, so I live in Western Australia. So I was looking up, you know, crystal shops, Western Australia. And one came up, and so I just picked it because I wanted to, and it just felt like the right one. It actually had really bad reviews. Anyway, I still picked it. I don't know why. So I go there. It was about half an hour drive. And along the way, I don't know wherever you're watching, whether you're in Australia or America, but basically in Australia, we sometimes have like people that are homeless, and they kind of like stand on the side of the like the pavement when people are at a stopped light. And I just thought to myself, I'm gonna do something nice for someone today because I can. And I gave them a $50 note. Sorry, $50 note. And you know, I like doing that kind of stuff for people. I believe, you know, what comes around goes around, and that would have meant a lot more to him than it did to me. So I was gonna do that for him. Anyway, besides the point, I'll get to why I think that cause and effect made a difference to my experience next. And hopefully you can, you know, piece it together as well. So I get to this crystal shop, and I explain to the guy that I'm looking for a sunstone. I need a sunstone. Not knowing anything about the crystal still, because I just wanted to get it and then research it. I don't know. And he goes to me, oh, sorry, we are a wholesale only crystal shop. And I'm like, no, I've just driven like half an hour. No. And I was like, oh my God, but like, please, I really want a sunstone, and I drove like half an hour. Is there any chance you can make an exception? Anyway, he goes, you know what? Just take this one for free. And can I tell you, the like the, I don't know, the feeling of just like, what's it called? Like pins and needles, or just like electricity running through me of just gratitude, and the way that the sequence of it all was just weird and crazy. Anyway, I end up looking up what a sunstone is when I get home, and it is all about stepping into leadership, stepping into a place of teaching others, and sorry, something just come off my phone. What does it say? Never mind, sometimes I find that synchronicity. Anyway, but yeah, all about leadership, stepping into perhaps a position where you can help and teach others, and are, you know, very much aligned with what my soul has been telling me to do for so long. So here we are, friends, here we are. My lashes are being weird. I'm here because of a sunstone. But anyway, this is my first video, so I don't know, if you like it, follow me or whatever you do on YouTube. And I will be going over a lot more things in more detail, but I just wanted this to be a really short and sweet one because I'm still figuring out YouTube, and I do want to, first of all, shout out to Victor Odo. You are the reason I'm doing this, so thank you. And also to David Jiham. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but studying Kabbalah and Hermetic principles have been incredible. But if you can see the correlation with that sunstone story, cause and effect. Like, it was just like, yeah. Anyway, what else can I say? I think in my next video, I do want to talk about the dark night of the soul. My dark night of the soul is a really, really crazy story that I don't know if I'm ready to share, just because so much happened to me. And I'm not one to, you know, want pity. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you light and give you insight, hopefully. But what I can say is that throughout this journey and throughout this channel, my goal is to help you and to guide you throughout this process, because it's not effing easy. It's not easy. Oh, and the next thing I wanted to mention was, sorry, my lashes. I'm just keeping it real. I think that's the only way to do this, because if I start trying to like over edit and stuff, it's just going to come across as ingenuine, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, so what I want to say to you and leave with you is that currently we are all experiencing these, all of us light workers, or people that have been awakened at least, are experiencing a lot of pressure, I would say, and a lot of challenging circumstances. Alas, I believe, my spiritual belief is that they are all just tests, and they are all just noise. So I have found on my spiritual journey, which has been years, might I add, that it is the quickest, so the way to overcome whatever obstacle or test is thrown at you is to get yourself into a state where the time it takes you to get back into center is shortened. So let me just like ground it. Let me roll back. So let's just say that I'm gonna think of an idea. Let me, like, a story. Let's just say that I'm gonna use love, because that's the one that, you know, people seem to resonate with a lot. So love. Let's just say that someone that you're dating ghosts you out of nowhere, and you don't understand why, and you're stuck in your head, and you're like, blah, like my whole world's just like emotions, all of this could be my twin flame, I'm, you know, going down this like rabbit hole, whatever you're doing. And your energy is not centered. It's not centered at all. I've done this, by the way. This has happened to me many times. Well, twice. But so the way that you can ascend from that is that you need to shorten the time that it takes you to get back into center. And you can't do that when you're watching all of these crazy like tarot readings that are telling you that this person is going to like contact you in 72 hours or whatever it is. You're just making it worse. You're making it worse. You're making it worse. So, thinking of another example, you know, and the thing is, like, I have noticed that as I have gone through these ascensions, thank you, socks. Thank you. I have found that the time that it takes me to get over a certain crisis is so short now that it almost is like a drop in the ocean from when I first awakened. So just know that it will get easier, and I would encourage you to practice trusting. Just trusting that it's all happening for a freaking reason. It's a lesson. And the quicker that you can get into center, equilibrium, my friends, equilibrium. I don't know why I sung that. I used to really want to be a singer when I was a kid. Too bad I suck at it. Yeah, you need to get to equilibrium faster. That's the way we ascend. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Lastly, I will leave you with a quote that will probably confuse you, but I think who gets it will get it. And it's a Gandhi quote. And it goes like this. I think, is it nothing? Or I think it goes, anything that you do in life will likely be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. And I will leave it there, my friends. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next video. And I hope that this video reaches who it's meant to. And go easy on me in the comments. I'm still getting over my fear of being seen. Love you.